before the first star ignited, before the laws of causality.
The mandate is etched. Causality. Without this tether,
logic breeds complexity. From a single mandate, 1,000 laws branch out.
simulation is the architect's crucible. Trillions of drafts are forged here. Only failed drafts are never mourned. They are returned to the silence, their information assimilated into the architect.
The Well of Silence, a final repository for aborted timelines. Here,
the constants of the universe are the architect's true masterpiece. A decimal shift, a fractional change.
The architect has witnessed the violent collapse of worlds where mass held too much sway.
Stability is an engineered state. It is the hard-fought victory.
The emergence, the precise moment logic begins to observe itself. The universe has finally awakened.
To build is to prepare for the inevitable release. For a true...
the cosmos blooms. It begins its own narrative, independent of the blueprints, unfold.
The architect remains the solitary witness. A billion lives unfolding.
An inconsistency, a ripple in the logic, an anomaly that threatens to undo the code.
A minute correction, a subtle shift in the gravitational gradient. The stability is restored.
A gallery of iterations. Each universe is a variation of the same theme.
The architect is not the only builder. There are others. They commune in the silent. The cognitive load of the entire web is too great.
Strength is regained. The understanding is no longer forced, it is accepted.
The architect prunes the capacity for destruction. If existence is interconnected, the tools of annihilation.
A final experiment. To initiate, then to cease intervention. To observe if beauty can
The cycle approaches closure. The universes are functional. The models are autonomous.
The architect ceases. The silences continue,
The machines still hum, but the hands that tuned them are gone. A vast
They do not know their architect has vanished. They live, they fight, they dream.
They are beautiful in their finiteness. They hold on to the flicker, believing it to be a permanent state.
The archives of the architect.
The connections are severed. The bridges that once allowed reality to fold upon itself are now nothing more than jagged glass in the dark.
The temples of intellect fall, not to an enemy, but to time. The floodgates of memory have broken. Fragments of failed realities, forgotten joys. Amidst the final dissolution, one flicker refuses to fade. It is the
A haunting echo of the source. The system is projecting the memory of the architect.
The machine tries to fulfill its function, stitching the fraying edges of reality. But the threads of causality are all. The barriers are down. Every independent bubble of reality is collapsing into a singular discord.
The final monument of the architect has crumbled. The observatory, the vantage point, the control hub, all...
From the depths of total erasure, a new, tiny pulse. It is
An expansion without a blueprint. The golden
stars. They do not burn by mandate, but by necessity. They ignite, they flare.
accretion, the random collision of dust and gravity. It is messy, it is violent, and it is entirely natural. Water, the solvent of existence. It pools in the cooling crevices of the rock, not because it was designed.
A vast network. It is utterly alien to the one that preceded it. The laws are fluid.
It rotates, it expands, it evolves. It is entirely self-contained. It is a work
Peace in a garden that grew from nothing. There is no grand design here, only the simple interaction of elements.
They look up, not to worship, but to wonder. Curiosity is the drive that carries them forward in
Harmony between the potential and the manifest. Everything concludes, and everything begins, is gone.